Guys, I wanted to get started with the video, kind of, telling you guys what I've got going on, what cars I have, what my plans are. So this is where I started. I have a 2000 Civic Si, that I bought I think 3 years ago, and I rebuilt the engine and transmission. Let me show you guys what I have with that. It has a B20 VTEC in it. The transmission is the original transmission. I had that rebuilt with Syncrotech carbon fiber synchronizers, and I put a in-factory limited slip in there. The engine is stock port head, has Skunk 2 cams in there, Pro 2s, with a PLM head. A PLM header. I don't remember whether it's 421 or what. I have RDX injectors, a Golden Eagle fuel rail. My manifold is Skunk 2 Ultra Street with a Skunk 2 Alpha throttle body. I don't remember the mounts. I think they're innovative mounts I put on there. But I bought this car and I've enjoyed it, but there's problems with it that I didn't, because of ignorance, I didn't know. Some things when I bought it, the core support is bent, and I don't know how I missed that, but it's got a bent core support. The carbon fiber hood, I cracked it. That's why I have this board under here, because I broke the hood, so it, with a proper rod, it doesn't stand up. And these front bumpers are very cheap. I don't know where they're from. The bumper, the grill, it's really cheap stuff, and it's falling apart. I've changed the headlights out. It had some black headlights in it, smoked headlights, and I changed them to, they're very hard to see out of. So I've got these eBay headlights in there now, and they work great, except you can't adjust them properly, and that might be having something to do with the core support being bent. But let's say the hood, the clear coat's going bad on this hood, so and honestly, I don't care for the way it looks anymore. When I first bought the car, I liked the way it looked, but now I was like, I'm not really big on the looks. I like a more OEM look. It's got these ground skirts or side skirts, whatever you call it, that I don't really care for no more. But the big deal with this car is, I was leaving work one day and I wasn't paying attention, and I pulled out in front of a truck, and I lifted Nissan Titan, and his tire hit me right in here, and all this is dented, which it is fixable, but it's expensive, so that was kind of like the straw that led me to get another car. My trunk lid needs to be repainted. Paint's chipping on that and peeling, and of course this back bumper is, it's another cheap bumper. I have an exhaust this is a Tanabe muffler. I don't remember the brand, but it's a pretty expensive muffler. I really like the way it sounds. I have a 3-inch exhaust all the way back, from a header to vibrant, ultra quiet 3-inch resonator, and I have a small bullet muffler in there, and then it goes to this, and it's a little bit loud, but it has a nice sound for a Honda. And I have these gold rims that I hate. But anyway, I bought this. My plan for this car is I'm going to fix it. My son's 12, and we're going to fix it up, together, so that whenever he's 16, he'll have something to drive, something we can do together as a project. And I think be a good car for him. I don't know. I'm taking the engine and transmission out of this, and I'm taking the exhaust out of it. So I don't know what we'll have in it at the time. I don't want something too wild for him. Something dependable, but he can have fun with, and go to school with. But what I have for me, this is a 98 HX. I bought it was bone stock. I bought it this past fall. It's really good condition. It has a scratch on the door. And some of the trim right here is kind of messed up. I parked it under a tree, so I've got that was a very bad idea. I've got to do a lot of work on cleaning it now, but The interior is in immaculate shape. You know, I have it torn apart. I'm putting my battery in the trunk. You know, so I've got the interior taken apart right now, but it's really good shape. I'm very impressed with the car. It has 144,000 miles on it. You know, and it's when I drove it home, it, you know, very stock, so it was very slow, but you know, drove good and everything. So I've got the engine out of it. You know, so I haven't made a lot of progress lately, but like I said, I took the engine out and I'm putting the battery in the trunk. So today I finished up mounting this bus bar. I have my battery cable, and I'm going to get a different grommet. That grommet is, I cut it open, but it's not ideal. But the other plans I have for here is the headlight harnesses on both sides, I'm gonna run them in the fender well and tuck them, and the fuse box that's right here, I have it in the trunk right now. I just took it out and put it in the trunk. I'm gonna relocate that to the glove box, and I have a tucked fuel filter kit for it. You know, I would like to do a brake tuck to get the brake lines cleaned up a little bit. You know, and I'm gonna do something with this washer bottle, make it look a little better, and maybe run the lines for the washer bottle into the cowling. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna take the engine and transmission out of the other car and put it in here, and I'm gonna try to make it look a little neater under the engine bay, under the hood in the engine bay, while I have the engine out. I've got a Mishimoto radiator with a fan, a SPAL fan for it, so I'm gonna put that in here. And I have some coilovers, Progress CS2 coilovers I'm gonna put in here, and I'm gonna put I have the front knuckles for another SI. I'm gonna put on here with some powder coated SI brakes, and same for the rear. And I have some EM1 wheels that were actually on my other car. So I took them, I got them powder coated black, so I'm gonna put them on here, and I think it'll look nice with. I'm gonna have red powder coated brakes with the EM1 wheels being black and the car being clean, and I think that'll look nice. There's a dent. You can see a dent right here on the door that I'll try to get fixed at some point in time. You know, and I'll probably get the whole car repainted. I would like to do a different color, but the red looks nice, and it's be easier to stay red. So I'm gonna, down the road in the future, maybe get it repainted. The bumper's got some chips on it, and get this trim fixed, you know, and all that, and see what I can do with it. But that's what I'm gonna do with it. That's where I'm at now. This is Saturday. Next Saturday, I'm gonna have to do some stuff around the house. We're trying to sell our house, so I got to fix some things up on it. But hopefully this next weekend or later in the week, I can start taking the fenders off in the front bumper and work on tucking the headlight harnesses. I've never done that before, but I watched some videos on it, and I don't think it'll be too difficult. And here's some more stuff on the front that needs to be repainted, and maybe this lower grill and maybe this one I'll do something with those, paint them to match the body or something. But you know, that's what I'm doing. Overall, I think I've got a good solid base to work with here for the future. And you get that B series in here and drive it for a while and save some money I have a few ideas in mind for what I want to do with the drivetrain in the future. You know, but you know, there's so many. You can K series, whatever, H2B, there's various things you can do. So I have a couple different directions I want to go, but I haven't finalized what I want to do. But I want to try to get it going first. I need to get it running, get it cleaned up good, get it running and dependable first before I worry about anything else. And then, you know, we'll see what happens. But I want to try to you know, do videos on everything I do, you know, and keep sharing my progress, and hopefully learn a little bit. Maybe whoever watches this can give me some input and see what I love to hear what you guys think. And if I'm doing something crazy and wrong, you know, let me know, and we'll go from there. And guys, take care and have a good one.